All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Prophet John here. Very quick video. Just wanted to give you guys an update because I did the video this morning on Tom Brady. And look, we're busy people, right? So we haven't been paying much attention to the NFL, because we're paying attention to the stock market right now because we have invested in the four stocks and it's just been the world's been crazy right now, so it's not really much attention on the NFL and stuff. But you can, I mean, this is how decoding works. Like you can literally, if you become an elite decoder, which is not easy, right? And it's only a few people that are elite decoders out in the entire world. But this stuff is, if you watched my video, I said the Colts, Tampa Bay, and the Chargers. Out of all we went through all the teams, all 32 teams, and I told you guys the Colts, Tampa Bay, and the Chargers are the three best destinations, right? And I said if he doesn't go to the Colts, it's because of Philip Rivers, right? Because the Phillip Rivers went is going to be picked up from the Colts because he used to be with the old head. His I guess the head coach is his old buddy or used to coach him in the Chargers back in the day. So he's used to that system. So it made more sense for them, but it's only a 1 year deal for Philip Rivers. So you would have think the Colts would have went after Tom Brady for a 3 year deal or 2 year deal, but it's a 1 year deal for Philip Rivers. So then it's like, okay, the next destination, is Tampa Bay. I would pick Tampa Bay over the Chargers because Tampa Bay have the weapons on offense. Okay, they got a great receivers and great running backs, and I even said in that video that James Winston, even though he threw 30 interceptions, he did throw for 5,000 yards, over 5,000 yards, and led the league in yards. So he threw for, but he made too many mistakes with fumbles. He fumbled the ball too much. Jameis Winston did, and he also threw 30 picks. So Tom Brady doesn't do that, right? Tom Brady doesn't fumble the ball, and Tom Brady doesn't throw picks. So you can imagine what the Tampa Bay Bucks would have been last year with Tom Brady. They probably would have been 12-4. Okay, so this year they were 7-9 with Jameis Winston throwing 30 picks. So you can only imagine what they're going to be next year, and especially if Antonio Brown shows up in training camp with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He will be suspended most likely for detrimental. What's it called? Detrimental of the NFL league for at least 4 to 6 weeks. But then it's on, right? The second half of the year, it's on. And guess what? Tom Brady made this decision for one reason, in my opinion. Well, a couple reasons. Couple reasons. I'm gonna tell you right now. Couple reasons. The weather is good in Tampa Bay, but it's also a quick flight to Boston, Massachusetts. They still living there. And they and another thing is that he's gonna get really good treatment. He's gonna get special treatment for the first time in his entire career. He's probably gonna be off on Mondays and Tuesdays, so he's gonna be able to fly home. He'll fly to Boston, hang out for 48 hours, and then fly back to Tampa Bay during the season. That was huge for him, right? And also, the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay, and if Tom Brady can get to the Super Bowl, okay, they'll be the first quarterback in NFL history to play in the Super Bowl when this team when his state or his team stadium is representing the Super Bowl. Okay, that has never happened in NFL history where the Super Bowl is in one is in a stadium and then that team actually goes to the Super Bowl on the same year. So I think that was also something that Tom Brady wants to do. He wants to make history that way as well. So he will be motivated to get to the Super Bowl and represent Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. That will be ridiculous. Okay, so and AB would be huge. AB would literally guarantee Tom Brady a Super Bowl appearance. Okay, and they would be favored over the Kansas City Chief, in my opinion. But we'll see if Kansas City even gets there. They might play Baltimore or the Colts. Never know. Philip Rivers and the Colts might go. Who knows? But right now, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are going to at least be 11-5 in my opinion, somewhere around there. 10, 12-4, 11-5, 10-6. They're going to make the playoffs because now it's going to be easier to make the playoffs this upcoming season because another one extra team is added, and he's gonna play really well in my opinion. It almost feels like when Brett Favre went to the Vikings and he just tore it up. Right, he had weapons and he just played very well. That's what it seems like for Tom Brady. Tom Brady is probably going to absolutely thrive down there. Um, and yeah, especially if AB comes in, Tom Brady's gonna have a record breaking year. If AB's going with him, and I know AB wants to play with Tom Brady. They've been talking in the off season and to play together. Still texting each other saying, "Hey, when I go, you're coming with me." So we expect to hear Antonio Brown's name in Tampa Bay very soon, in my opinion. But I'm not an NFL insider, so how would I know something like that? All right. So anyway, some of you guys are like, "Hey, man, stop it." All right, man. So we got this one. I said there was his top three pick. After the Raiders went down, because I thought he was going to the Raiders, but the problem with the Raiders was they didn't want AB, and so Tom Brady had to make a different decision, in my opinion. So he went to a place that was going to accept AB. That's in my opinion. So we'll see if that plays out within the next several weeks, and you start hearing Antonio Brown's name come up in Tampa Bay. Then you'll know for sure he went to Tampa Bay because they accepted AB. But they're not going to bring it out right now because that will be too obvious. So they're going to let some days or weeks go by, and then you're going to start hearing Antonio Brown could be showing up at the Tampa Bay facilities for training camp and stuff. But remember, the seasons are way long from it. We still have the draft and everything like that. So AB just needs to be on low key, stay off of social media, and prove to the Bucks that you're mentally stable because that's what they're looking for. So AB just needs to be quiet, let the draft go, let everything go, and then once he does that, training camp comes. Tom Brady's gonna say, "Go get AB," and boom, AB will be right down there with all the other players that are on the offense, and it's gonna be an historic offense, in my opinion. If AB shows up there, I don't think they lose a game. Okay, they already have an awesome offense right now in Tampa Bay. If AB shows up, they don't lose a game, in my opinion. I think they go six. I think they go what it was seven. Is it 18 games? No, 17. They did it for 17 games. I think that starts this year or next year. I can't remember if that 17 game starts this year or next year. But if it's 16 games this year, they could literally go 16-0. I'm not even joking. Okay, and then go to Super Bowl representing um, Tampa Bay, and beat the Kansas City Chiefs or the Colts or the Ravens. Okay, or the Buffalo Bills. Okay, some of the teams that I think are going to maybe be able to get to the Super Bowl next year. We'll talk all about that. I got to look at the codes and see what's going on. But remember one thing: this is the year of it is this has never happened before. That's the code. Okay, that is the new elite code. First thing is the first thing that's ever happened, or this has never happened before. Those are the two quotes that the elites are using this year. Okay, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna repeat it again. Okay, so you gonna say, "Oh, you never told us this." I'm telling you right now, this year 2020 is first things that has ever happened, or this has never happened before. All right, so you guys get it. Okay, so there you go. So you're gonna see a lot of first things in the history of mankind. Okay, a lot of things are gonna happen that you have never witnessed before. You're witnessing something right now that you've never witnessed before, which is the virus, right? That is locking down entire countries. You've never experienced that in your entire life. So that's the code for this year, 2020. Things that have never happened before are going to happen. Okay, so Tom Brady could represent Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, which has never happened before in NFL history. Think about that. Peace out. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's getting this channel right here gets it's just mind blowing. It's mind blowing. This morning we're talking about Tampa Bay as a possible destination, where the rest of the world is like, we don't know where he's going. He's gonna stay in New England. Oh boy. Anyways, take care. Eyes open.